What?
Dance. Okay.
Oh! Yes.
Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori, and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook, and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us.
What?
Dance. Okay.
Oh! Guess who's in the kitchen? Paul's in the kitchen this morning. I come across this recipe. I've never tried it. Boy, it sounds good though. Sounds like should be reasonably healthy. Simple ingredients. I've never tried it, but I'm gonna try it and see if I like it. And if I like it, you might like it too. So what we're gonna do is I done smashed up one. We got 2 bananas. And plate's wanting to rattle, ain't it? I smashed up one. I smashed it up really good because we're going to be mixing this with other ingredients. Smash that up. I'm just using a fork, my favorite tool. Those are 2, probably just medium, maybe a little over medium banana. Pretty good sized bananas, really, I guess. Anyway, got 2 bananas mixed up. I got 3 eggs, and I'm just going to whisk them with my fork. We're going to mix them up really good. Them's pretty eggs. Them got real dark yellows to them. Homegrown eggs. I'm going to whisk them up real good. And then I'm going to add my bananas to my eggs. Bananas smell good, that's for sure. So, we've got our bananas added in there, and I'm going to whisk them up, mix them up good. Get them incorporated and mixed up really good. And then, we're going to add a cup of oats. Put some cup of oats in here.
You can use rolled oats or quick oats, whichever, or fashioned oats, whichever you want, I think, for this recipe.
I think the person used I think he used rolled oats when I watched, but
Yeah.
And we're going to put a half cup of milk. Thin it up a little bit, soak them oats up a little better. I'm pretty good with a fork, ain't I?
You don't need no fancy.
I don't need no fancy whisk or nothing. I just make eggs like this a lot, though. Okay, we get that mixed up really good. Only thing about a fork, it's got a small handle. If you ain't... I know, I just messed up. I banged the bowl, didn't I? I'm not perfect.
I don't care.
Okay, so we're going to put a teaspoon of baking soda.
Baking powder.
Baking powder, excuse me. Not soda.
No. And believe me, I've said that before too and had to,
Well, it's powder and I call it bacon, right?
yeah.
But it's baking soda.
No, baking powder.
Baking powder.
Yeah, that's what'll give you your...
Why do I keep saying that? Powder, not soda. We don't want baking soda.
No. Well, I mean, some things you do, but not this one.
I know not this rig though. Then we're going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon.
I can tell this is already going to be good.
And then we're going to put a half teaspoon salt. And we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of vanilla. Probably about a teaspoon, huh? Or half teaspoon, is it? This cup?
Whatever you want. That's a teaspoon if you fill it up.
Well, it was almost full. It'd be work. Be close enough for this hillbilly. Then we're going to mix all this up again. I like cinnamon. That looks like it's going to...
I'm kind of wondering if, of course, I tasted the banana that was on the plate here, and them bananas are really sweet.
It's going to be really sweet.
And I just wondered, and as much as I love oatmeal cookies, if this is going to kind of remind me of an
I don't know.
oatmeal cookie, pancakey thing.
I'm going to cook them up like a pancake. Alright, we got all that mixed up.
Now, I'm out of coconut oil, but to make it even healthier, you could use some coconut oil. But we're just using a little bit of oil in this pan.
Here's a little bit of oil. I guess you could use butter if it didn't get too hot on you.
Yeah.
So,
You get your pan hot, huh?
got my pan warming up. Got my spoon to dip it out with. So we'll let that warm up a little bit. Alrighty, so we got our skillet warm, about like if you was making pancakes. I'm gonna do 1 spoon. Well, I'm experimenting too. I'm gonna thin it up just a little bit. I think with the bananas and the moisture, I think you might want them thinner, you might want them thicker, whatever you like, I suppose. I'm going to do 3 just like that right there. We're going to let them brown. I've got one over here that I tried just to see what it was like. It looked like it turned out pretty good. So we're going to let these brown on each side and flip one over after it gets good and brown on one side anyway. Alright, they're getting brown. We're flipping them over.
You've done a good job.
These right here, not quite as brown as the other.
I'm going to get some, I'm going to get some pecans and even add that to it.
So, I tasted a little one while ago, just a little bit of taste. And tastes a lot like banana bread. It's what it tastes like. Now,
it's delicious with that maple syrup.
And a little bit of maple syrup. It tastes really good. And now my wife's done put pecans in it. She done put some pecans, so we're going to have some with some nuts in it.
I can see this not just eating it for breakfast. I can see it eating it as a snack.
A dessert.
A dessert, yeah. If you like maple syrup or honey.
I might try a little bit with honey too. And you could put strawberries on top of it. You could put,
oh man.
You could put fruit, put you some strawberries and a little dab of whipped cream up there, couldn't you?
Now, yeah. You're going places now.
Now we're going places, ain't we?
But I mean, even later on, after they're cold and you've got them put up and you just need a little snack.
I don't see why that'd be wrong cold. You can make it.
No.
You could put you some cold strawberries on it too and just eat it up, couldn't you? Or you could just warm it up a hair probably. And
This is a very good recipe. I'm glad you found it.
well, it's simple. Most people have the ingredients, you know.
That's right. It's a frugal one, yeah.
It's easy and
Most what you put, well, you know, you're going to have it in your pantry pretty much.
if you got bananas,
And
which I guess you could.
we even was going to maybe use some of that homemade buttermilk, but we didn't. So you could use buttermilk instead of milk.
Yeah, we used just regular.
Or if you can't use milk, you can use, like my youngest daughter has to drink stuff like oat milk. She would probably like this recipe, Paul.
You think she would?
Yeah. Because she don't eat a lot of wheat or dairy. She makes a lot of things with oats, oat milk, and different desserts she uses. And she uses almond flour. But most people, especially those that are prepping their pantries, or have prepped them in years, always have a lot of oats in their pantry. And I think he did call for rolled oats, but we used quick oats because that's what I had ready to use. I didn't want to open another Mylar bag of oats.
Yeah, I use rolled oats. We use quick oats. So we got another batch going. This has got pecans in it. So we got pecans, and we've tasted with a little bit of syrup, and we've put a little bit of butter, and oh my, tastes pretty good, don't it?
Yes, they're very good.
That's a quick, easy. I guess you can make a dessert. You can use it as a breakfast, or I guess you could eat it any time of day you wanted to.
Yeah. It would be just like cutting a piece of banana bread. Would be a good snack for the kids or grandkids and big kids.
I'm thinking you might.
It's just a little healthier version.
I'm thinking that you might make it, freeze it, or.
Yeah, you could freeze them just like you would in homemade pancakes to eat later. Some people like to cook ahead. And Danny was saying a while ago, if you're just one person, you could half this recipe or go ahead and make the whole recipe and freeze what you don't need and just take out.
We'll tell you how many they make, but that's going to be what, 6, and
I think you made 7 already.
I made 7 so far, and it's probably going to make a dozen, maybe close to it.
A baker's dozen?
Baker's dozen. So this is the last of the batch. I think it made 11. Of course, I've got some probably a little bigger than others, so it'll make 10 to 12 of these. I don't know what you want to call them. You want to call them banana
Oat pancakes?
banana oat pancakes, or so when they're cooking, I just keep an eye on it when they start getting to, you can get them. It's like cooking a pancake. They will bubble a little bit around the edges, but once you flip them over, you just watch. You just keep an eye underneath, and you'll be able to start kind of moving the whole thing. Then once you flip it and let it brown for a while, then you can kind of take and put your finger on it, and if it don't indent and bounces back, then they're pretty well done. Brown on both sides, and they're going to be a moisture. They're not, they're going to be a moist cake because of the bananas and everything. But they're looking good.
And pour you some maple syrup over it.
I'm going to pour a little bit. It's not by itself. It's not really, you really heated this up, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's not overly sweet. It's similar, really similar to banana bread, what it is. Mm-hmm. Them are really good bananas.
But no, I mean all the sugar in it's just from the bananas.
So this one right here's got pecans in it.
You're going to let me taste that one?
I'm going to let you taste of it. With syrup and a pecan.
That's really good. I think I'll probably have this recipe in my new cookbook that'll be coming out sometime this winter. Because that's a keeper of a recipe, don't you think? It'd be hard whether to know to put it under breakfast, breads, desserts. I mean,
You could use it about anything. I mean,
it's really good.
just plain with butter on it. You got banana bread.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little bit of bacon there.
That's for saltiness.
You got a little bacon and a little bit of touch of maple syrup, or you could put a little bit of honey on it,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got breakfast.
And I'm just salivating because I'm ready to sit down and eat.
You got breakfast, or you could have supper like we eat.
Yeah, we
Breakfast
do.
for supper.
Do. We eat breakfast for supper a lot.
And then you could put fruit on it. You could put fruit and this little dab of whipped cream on top of it. Simple recipe.
Good recipe.
You know, if you like French toast like I do, this is similar, you know.
You've done a good job. You found a really good recipe. Done good. And you can go ahead, y'all, if y'all ain't going to eat all of them. Ooh, this plate's hot. And like we talked about earlier, you could freeze these, cool them off good, and put them in a freezer bag and freeze them. And when you want a couple, just, and I'm thinking that, I know some people take them frozen pancakes and stick them in a toaster and just toast them up. So, good job, Paul.
Breakfast is served, ain't it?
Breakfast is served, and I'm fixing to steal your plate.
People gonna make fun of us eating after each other, ain't they? That's good, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. What do you think about my dress?
Oh, I'm thinking that's Dolly Parton dress.
Dolly Parton dress.
Coat of many colors.
So this is my dress of many colors.
Dress of many colors.
I like it.
I do too. And you took my plate, I'm going to fix me another one.
Mm-hmm. A little more syrup. Get me some milk, and I'm going to sit down.
So I would say try this recipe. See if you like it. It's good, and there's so many different variations you could do to it. That would be a nice little get-together dessert. I mean, just do something different. So, till next time, y'all be good.